cannot exist. Because as soon as you know that in the Madi it has a kasra in the ayn, and the Mudari' it should have either a fatha or a kasra. So these are good. These are good possibilities. This one doesn't exist. Okay?
And it doesn't exist because
the Arabs never made it exist.
It's the rule of the
Yeah, this is called Sima'i, this is how we heard empirically from the Arabs from thousands of years. They never had a Madi with a kasra, where the Mudari' had a Dhamma and the Ayn.
it always is like that.
It's always like this. So if you have a Madi like this, you will have either this possibility or this possibility, never this possibility. Okay? So now we go to the last possibility, which is for the Madi to have a Dhamma in the Ayn. And that is Shawfa. Okay? And we know that for this one there's only one possibility. Yashuf. Yashuf. So that's the only possibility. What do I mean by that? If in the ayn of Madi you have a Dhamma, and the ayn of Mudari you cannot have anything else but a Dhamma. Okay? So if you're given a verb, fi'l, which has a Dhamma on its ayn in the Madi, and its Mudari, it can have nothing else but a Dhamma. So that means given a Madi with a Dhamma on its ayn, you know exactly how the Mudari will be. You don't even have to check the dictionary because there is only one possibility. Okay. For the other ones, you know, for the Fatha, all three possibilities exist, so you have to make sure that you get it right. For the Kasra, there are only two possibilities. You can rule out one possibility right away. For this one, you rule out all possibilities except one, which is Dhamma. I'll give you another example of this. Karuma. What would be the
Yukramu.
okay, this we know for yak, but what goes on the ra?
Rumu.
Dhamma, right? Is this possible? No. Is this possible? No. Because we know from this that this is carried to the Mudari all the time. You're not so lucky with the first two. With the Fatha, you're not lucky at all because you have to look at all three possibilities. With the Kasra, you can rule out one possibility, so that's a little easier. This one is the easiest, where you only need to know the past and you would know the future right away. Right away, you know if this has a Dhamma, the future has to have a Dhamma. You can't have anything else. Okay. So, question now. Everyone gets it?
So what are the differences between these verbs and the earlier ones? The
In
earlier,
meaning,
no, in their forms.
the form, that's the difference. One has, the ayn changes all the time. The ayn in Madi and Mudari changes. Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma. Okay?
Oh, okay.
That's how you would know if you're saying it correctly or not.
No, like when we had Sami'a and all the other ones. So they're all the same rules.
You have Sami'a, and the future for that is yes, Ma'u. Okay?
So that yaf'al is, except one word, the other words are constant in the ayn. Ayn is variable.
Yeah, the ayn is the variable in both past and future. The ayn is the variable, which keeps changing. Everything else is constant.
So that's like a template.
Right.
Yaf'al.
So here, this is constant, this is constant. No matter what this middle one has, the first and the last letter of Madi, which is 3 letters, will always have a fatha. Mudari, it's constant, this is constant, this is constant, this is constant. well, fatha always, sukun always, and dhamma always. This is what will change. From fatha to dhamma to kasra. This gives you a template or a general idea of how the three-letter fi'ls are. So you know a lot now about the madi. You know, for example, that the first letter and the last letter will always have fatha. Can't have anything else. You also know that if the middle one changes from fatha to kasra and dhamma, you know that with fatha there are three possibilities. With kasra there are two possibilities, and with dhamma there is just one possibility. Here.
With fatha, what was the possibility for? I forgot.
Three. ضرب يضرب كسرة نصر ينصر ضمة and then فتح يفتح فتح. With فتح you can have a فتح, with فتح you can have a كسرة, with فتح you can have a ضمة. These are all examples.
Yeah, one question for future or present. Or now when we look at it from the ya, we can understand that that's al-muzari. And is there any rule to figure out when you see a fail that it is past fail, it's past tense?
Well, it will be past if you have the first letter has a fatha and the last letter has a fatha, the middle letter can have fatha, kasra, or dhamma. That will be automatically
Past.
Yeah. So this cannot have a sukun. It can have a fatha, kasra, or dhamma. Okay? So, any questions? And then we cover something else which was related to this, but which is much easier. Okay. This was active, what we just did, where the doer of the action is referred to in the action. For example, yansuru means he helped. But in passive, which we call al-majhul, this is al-ma'ruf. This is al-majhul. This is passive. In al-ma'ruf, the doer of the action is mentioned. And al-majhul, the receiver of the action is mentioned. For example, this is active. He reads book. Okay, so what is mentioned is the doer of the action. This is al-ma'ruf or active. Passive is a book is read. Okay, so by him. Option. So in here, the subject is basically this. Here, the subject is basically this. Okay, in terms of the English grammar. Okay, if you know this, then what we're going to go over right after this will be very easy. So do you know what this is? Ma'ruf and al-majhul.
Passive, can you repeat the passive?
Passive is the receiver of the action is mentioned as the subject. The receiver of the action is basically the subject. A book is read. In this sentence, what is the subject? Book. A book. If you know this, then the next step is pretty simple. Because in Arabic, it's not complicated like it is in English. In Arabic, what you have to do is very simple, and this is what you have to do. Take any maldi. In maldi, you'll have